Check 2. Let us know, YouTube. Are you logging on to YouTube?
Yeah, I'll get on there. Oh, get this thingy up near me.
Okay. Do you need more leeway? Oh. All right. What are you trying to do? Oh. There you go. Just adjusting things, YouTube. Check 2. Check 1, 2. Okay, we're good on that. Good thing these half times are literally 20 minutes long. There you go. Should be good now. I'll slide it out. All right. YouTube, just let me know if the sound's okay. We'll adjust it as needed.
Oh, yeah, I got a whole bunch of them in my garage.
Check 2, check 2. Sounds fine. Hey, everybody. Good to see y'all. And we are going to get started here in just a second. This content is free.
Okay, much better, much better.
Okay. Here we go. It is the 200 level, episode 426. We are live from the garage, still undefeated, dating back to, I guess, technically back December when it was bragging rights. And me, Andrew, and Isaac Ambrose were out here smoking cigars. But Kenton Elmore also undefeated in the garage.
Well, we're all undefeated in the garage, right?
Yeah. None of us have seen a loss out here. And somehow, after all of that, we're tied up 7-7. And it got a little bit hairy there at the end of the first half, but Illinois' defense makes a few plays after a really big missed opportunity from the offense. But here's the thing, Ken. I mean, you're in a better position than you were last week in terms of the scoreboard. I don't feel as good as I did last week because of the opponent, but you were trailing 17-10 against Nebraska. You're all square, but we're kicking off, and Penn State will get the first crack at it. So overall impressions the first half? I mean, I feel okay.
I feel fine. It is a very different feeling at halftime. You know, so through most of that first half, you kind of felt like you're just waiting for the inevitable where Penn State's going to pull away, right? They looked like the better team.
I think they objectively are. This is one of those games where you win 1-5. Or 1-4 best. I mean, they're just really good, and I think it's Brett's still pissed off.
Still pissed off. This was during halftime. He was getting a little chippy with the
I think
officials.
when they were leaving the field, James Franklin was a little bit perturbed about something too. Not sure what about, but yeah. Overall, though, Ken, sorry I interrupted you there, but
no, look. You have to be happy being tied at halftime in this game. But the thing is as nerve-wracking as it was, as much as you felt like you were behind,
9-yard run.
Second and 1. Towards the end of that first half, it kind of shifted, and now, Mike, do you feel a little disappointed that we are not leading?
Yes,
I am.
Yes, because here's the thing. In a game like this, I think that you do need to capitalize on most of your opportunities. You were at the 2-yard line. I know there was a bad snap. It happens. It was the first bad snap of the year for Croots. Just the worst possible timing for it. But I will say this, Ken, and I'm not trying to put on the proverbial cup in case something bad happens in the second half. This is house money. Worst case, you're 4-1 after this. But I do want to look the part of a team that can win some games this year.
Hit him hard.
Aller does get the first down, and pretty easy 7-8 run there. But, yeah.
You're right.
Now, Chief Oski is ahead of us again because I need to stop. Chief Oski, do your thing. You're our new Bobo. But I see a
We can get
possible positive thing coming
more
up here.
emojis tonight, yeah.
Not emojis there, but an
Oh, okay.
LFG.
Do your thing.
Unless
Have
he's just really happy to be here on the YouTube.
could
feed
just
with
be
us.
happy that we had an open field hit on that quarterback, even though he ran for first down and
He's
could
a
have been
big
much
dude,
more.
man. He's a
Yeah.
big lumbering dude. All right, here's 1st and 10 for Penn State.
Get him.
And
There it
looks
is.
like-
Oh.
No. Here's Aller and an incomplete pass.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. A guy picked it up. See, now that we know that something happened, I'm excited.
Now, but this is, we aren't that far behind. So Chief Oski, I wonder if something actually, no, nothing really big happened. But Bobo was just happy to be here, so was Chief Oski. Well, we appreciate it, guys. 2nd and 10. And boy, a lot of missed opportunities, even just tackling-wise, as Brickroll mentioned.
And it still feels like the only thing stopping this Penn State offense is themselves.
Yeah, and there's been some easy missed throws from Aller.
Right. I'm waiting to see a play.
He
from
bounces
us.
outside. Oh, good tackle. A big tackle there from Torrey Cox, who's been big at corner for Illinois, despite giving up some size. But shoestring tackle forces, I think, a 3rd and 8. You want to give him to any 3rd and long that you can. Well done. Man, it's like everyone collapsed inside. If it wasn't for Torrey Cox, that's a big gainer. 3rd and 7.
It's going to stop.
Yes.
Go.
It would be massive. This does feel like a game, first one to 24 wins, which might seem outlandish, but I do think these offenses will pick it up a bit. At least I think Penn State's will, so you need to probably counter or get as many stops as you can. So 3rd and 7.
Agreed.
Aller has time.
Nothing there. Get him.
the tackle.
Open field.
Oh, my God. Got trucked. Miles Scott got trucked by a big running back.
Was there no hold on
That's a
here
screen
on the
play.
right side?
I think it's just a good screenplay. Aller buys himself some time.
He just got
He got
lit up.
trucked.
Never mind.
The running back trucked
Wow.
one of the D ends.
This is
He trucked Gabe
embarrassing.
Akis. Holy shnikes. That's
That's not a good look. That
it's
is
not a good look, and it's also you got to give props to that guy for that, but I don't like it.
Oh, yeah, great play from the
That
other dude,
sucks.
but I mean,
That sucks. All right, well, here we are across midfield. Had him on a 3rd and 7, and this is going to be another 7-8 yard gainer
they just have that every time.
every time.
Well,
I don't know why they're even bothering to pass it.
you got to do something. And like you said, you're not going to get many chances in this game. We already had a couple.
No, it looks like we're going to get a false start here. Clock stops, or they stop the play at least.
And did they just show that guy squatting
500, I think, which would not surprise me.
a quarter ton?
False start. Okay, so we get a bit of a break there. 2nd and 7 coming up. We'll hit the sponsors here at the first timeout. Yeah, this is weird, Kenton. It's like last week felt better because you knew you were matching, right? Despite the score at halftime. This one feels like you are, in a weird way, hanging by a thread. And it is just the eye test. You can see the Penn State, they are bigger, they are faster. The size at running back has really killed you tonight. And I think the line play, their offensive line against your defensive line has been a big problem.
That's a great catch.
Coverage and great catch.
Great catch.
Man,
Well,
that tight
to
end's
your
really
point,
good.
it kind of boils down to this. I was thinking about it when we were watching in the first half. Whatever plays into ultimately this being the case, last week was entertaining football. It was exciting football.
It's become a snoozer.
This has been,
Which is what you probably wanted going in.
I guess so. It's weird. You know, you're right in it. You're tied. You've had your chances. You've had a couple big plays, but still somehow, this just. And we've been looking forward to this game all week, and it's just.
Too much time for Aller.
Get
Get him. Incomplete. So they're going to have a 3rd and 1, but this is 4-down territory. They're going to go.
I'm
They
curious
gotta
if
go
everybody
for it
feels
here.
the same way. Let us know on YouTube. Are you pumped up for this game right now? Are you feeling like us? Are you just kind of like,
Well, there hasn't been much rhythm, so it's hard to get a whole lot. Now, I don't know what they're calling here. I can't tell if they're looking at the Penn State or Illinois sideline. Defensive hold. Shit.
yeah.
That's on Gabe Akis. A defensive hold on a D lineman.
Well, and that's going to be a different. You know, we played such a clean game last week. We can't afford to start doing stuff like this.
So it looks like, as they show the replay here, Akis is probably going to. See, yeah, someone's crossing here. Oh, wow. Was that weak? Chat thread, that seemed weak to me.
Called it holding on Jackus. Is that?
Gabe Akis. Seemed weak. That was, yeah, I agree, Brickroll. I've seen much more egregious than that. So that's 5 yards, 6 yard gainer. Man.
Gotta learn how to pronounce these names.
I don't know. At least the game is moving fast. Yeah, I agree,
true.
though, Ken. I'm not in much of a rhythm with it, and it's more just don't let this get out of hand. And I worry that you are entering a situation now where you're just going to have to match them as they get down to the 6.
What'd you say? You say, stay within 10, fourth quarter. It'll start to get exciting no matter what. Right here, miracle to keep points off
miracle
the board.
to keep them out of the end zone. Field goal is a win as they get down to the 5, second and goal. Yeah.
And then, you got to do something. See what kind of adjustments they made on offense
Well, usually the first drives of each half are pretty good for Barry Lenny. So when they're scripted, I feel pretty good about it. But it is a different beast when you're playing a Penn State instead of a Nebraska. Nebraska, I think, is a top 25 caliber team. And Penn State is a top 10 caliber team. There's such a massive jump. And we are looking okay. Like, we look like we belong on the field for the most part, but there are these extended stretches where Penn State is just really kind of getting whatever they want offensively. Now, this run is going to be stuffed at the 3, at the 4, so a pretty good spot there for Illinois.
And we look okay, but there have been multiple times where you just think, gosh, we can do better than that,
What I worry about on this third down is that you almost feel the need to sell out on the run, and Aller has just enough of an ability to maybe roll out, find that tight end, number 44, at which point, if you sell out on the run, you're just going single coverage on anybody that's a possible receiver. So I'm looking for someone to leak out here for Penn State, though they have 3 wide. Shotgun single back.
Bring in pressure. And they get the touchdown anyways.
Too easy. D lineman got caught up.
What are you going to do?
Well,
They brought what? They brought 8?
You see the replay here. I just don't like how easy that was.
I think they brought the house, and they still run it in.
All right, so I'm looking here at the left side of the line. So the fake.
Yeah, look, they bring.
He's watching the quarterback's eyes, and number 3 bit, and he didn't keep contained. So that's Alec Bryant getting sucked in.
Wow. All right, respond.
Yeah, as the Brickroll said, he overcommitted to that one, and then took, then that just opened up the outside. Man. Well.
There's the Bobo faces.
Yeah, but not the happy ones.
Yeah. Well.
All right, well, we got a break here. So the sponsors of the 200 level include Hamilton Walkers, which we will be at Hamilton Walkers on Thursday, October 3rd for the book release event. In worst case, you got a 4-1 football team. I'm not trying to just say that, but frustrating as this is. But no, we will be there on October 3rd, myself and Lante, and we'll get there early enough to enjoy a bone-in steak. They got family-style sides. Probably going to get the steak fries and the green beans. Old-fashioned, a must-have, one of the best bartenders, or a few of the best bartenders in town.
Lobster mac and cheese. They got lobster mac and cheese.
They do. In their scratch kitchen.
Ooh.
Yeah, Hamilton Walkers. Would you agree, Kenton, is probably the best place in Champaign-Urbana?
If you're looking for a steak, don't sleep on their burger either. I know Nathan there. I know Nathan there. He swears that they have the best burger in town. There are some places that might contest that, but it's good. Good atmosphere too. You go sit in the back. It's real formal. You sit in the front where you guys are going to be.
Yeah, we'll be in the
front.
Still
Casual. It's a great place.
Now, we are going to dress up a little bit. Lon's going to wear khakis and a polo. And I'm going to wear a sport jacket and jeans.
Okay.
So we're classing it up a little bit. All right, cigars are coming out. Why not? It's a Saturday night.
Got to have the cigars. We are going to will this into being an exciting, exciting time.
We got a shot. Defense is overmatched. But you score here and then just continue to put a little bit of pressure on Penn State. I just don't want to look back at the end of that first half and feel like we did miss an opportunity.
So the defense is overmatched, but let's go hypothetical here, right? So we're midway through the third quarter. You figure the offense has 3, maybe 4 more possessions, depending on how long Penn State holds it.
Yeah.
If the offense gets points, so no more punts, you get points every possession. You think that would be enough?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think that let's imagine Illinois probably gets 4 possessions this half. Probably got to score in 3 of them to give yourselves a chance.
I mean, but the thing is 9 points I don't think is going to do anything. You
Touchdowns.
know? Yeah.
Touchdowns, yeah. I think you could afford 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and then you need a big play on defense. The turnover fairy has gone away. It didn't bite you against Nebraska.
Yeah,
but,
I guess my question, I maybe disguised what I was getting at there. Do you think the defense is going to have a stop in them?
I think they do, and I think that's – but here's the thing. The danger of now Penn State having the lead, and if you don't score here, I think then you see them get uber conservative and just run the damn ball, at which point I don't feel great about them becoming one-dimensional because we can't stop the run. You almost got to force Drew Aller into – what got you a few stops? Well, Drew Aller would miss an easy little out pattern or something like that. As good as he is, he doesn't scare me as much as the running backs do.
Yeah.
So I worry that now this is getting into a game where if you don't score right here, right now, then they just milk it and run it.
I think you're right, though. You maybe get them flustered. That's what we did last week. Now, you're talking about 2 different quarterbacks, right? Both studs, but one who was untested versus now. You're not going to get as many mistakes out of this offense, I don't think.
Out of Penn State's offense?
Out of Penn State's offense.
Their big thing is that they don't make mistakes. Well, they got 2 big things. They gain like 550 yards a game, and they don't make mistakes. Now, you kept things in front of you, and I like the overall game plan that make them go on long drives, and eventually they'll make a mistake. And a mistake for them is an incomplete pass on a 3rd down. Right?
Yeah.
Now, offensively, we're back out there. We've gained yards today. But, man, Luke, little keeper finds Zachary Franklin.
Hold the ball. Good job.
Depending on the spot, close to a first down, but an easy little pitch and catch. A flag, and we'll see what happens here. Uh-oh. What in the hell? Legal shift.
See, again, we got to play clean football. We played such clean football last week.
So the slot receiver, Colin Dixon, in a legal shift. Let's see this replay here. So he's still moving.
He doesn't set.
Oh.
He's bobbing.
You can't do that?
You can't be bobbing like that.
I don't know.
Nope.
Again, kind of like the defensive holding. I feel like I've seen more egregious illegal shifts than that.
Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe you can't because, some of those guys, they still step in place.
Go, Caden. Okay, well,
Make
Caden
something
somehow
out
stayed
of it.
up.
Make something out of
He's trying
it.
to make something. 3 yards instead of -5, so that's a good job by Caden. 2nd and 12 coming up. Damn, man. It's just those kinds of mistakes. And I like Colin Dixon, what I've seen the last couple of weeks, but it's when the bit players are making those mistakes. Ugh. All right, getting an audible from the sideline here. Plenty of time in the play clock. We're already at 7:40 to go in the 3rd. This game is flying right now. It looks like Fagan is still in the backfield with Luke. Handoff. Nope.
I was going to say that flat's open.
And speed from the linebacker makes that a 1-yard gain. So 3rd and 11 coming up. And it feels like danger zone. Man, got to get that downfield block.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
This would be not a good time for the offense to go off the field.
No, it would not. and really, the rest of the game is not a good time for them to go off the field.
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
I just don't want to see this get away from him here. So 3rd and 13. God dang. You're going to have to try to make a play here. Step up, Luke.
Got some room.
He's got some room.
Oh, what is that? No.
By the linebacker. And we will punt.
Well, at least I have my La Florida Dominicana Billy Club, exclusive to Jack Schwartz, importer in Chicago, Illinois, not sponsored.
That sounds nice, but I have a factory smoke.
Drew Estate Factory Smoke.
Which is
those are great, man.
$4.25.
You're paying $4.25 for those?
Well, I got them from a local.
You're getting.
I got them from a
there
local
you go.
shop.
Buy local.
Buy local. Buy local.
Buy local.
Which you can do with the book at Game Day Spirit beginning on Thursday.
Hey.
And Jade Adams' bookshop in downtown Champaign. So buy local. Don't go to Amazon unless you don't live in Champaign. All right. Oh, man, this is not the really fancy lighter.
That
and
is my
do we
dad's
have
lighter.
another freaking flag? This is just slipping away a little bit.
Apologies for the dead air while we light up our stogies here.
I think.
Hopefully you.
What number? Well, we have a good punter, fortunately. Petro. So a special teams player whose one job is to not false start, though the noise can play a role. Man, oh, man.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Running punt. And this one is fine.
Not bad.
Ish.
Not bad.
Well, where do we start? I mean, I guess that's about a 40-yarder. Well, it's
got
not
more.
looking great right now. I'll hit up some of the other sponsors. We got Brian Hansen, State Farm agent at BrianIsMyGuy.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Your home's best friend at 217-841-4728. And Owen Builders, LLC, online at owenbuildersllc.com. I'll hit them up throughout the podcast here. Yeah, I'm going to get my stool over here.
Yeah, take a load off, Mike. Enjoy your cigar. Anybody out there watching, I hope you've got a drink or a cigar. It's something to supplement the lack of entertainment you're getting. But look, again, like you said, we're playing with house money.
Well, we are, and I think
we
now,
are not getting spanked. It's going to be hard to be very disappointed if this game continues the way it's currently going.
I think that don't let the wheels come off to an extent where we start questioning who we are. I think what we are is this. We're a top 25 caliber team. We're a team that has a favorable schedule coming up, other than Oregon on the road. I think even Michigan at home is a game that you should, according to Vegas, it'll be pretty close. 3.5, something like that either way. No, I think it's just about getting out of this and feeling still like, okay, we're good. We aren't great, and I don't think anyone had delusions that we were great. The one thing that was frustrating, or has been frustrating tonight, it started clean, and now it's not clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to get to a point where Penn State or Happy Valley and their doofus fans, they got nothing better to do,
broke us down.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be flustered to the point where we start playing bad.
And honestly, at the beginning, the first signs of shakiness were on their side. It looked like maybe we were getting them flustered a little bit. But, yeah, we're starting to maybe feel the effects of being outmatched here.
Well, and I need to call out a coaching staff that I think has been great this year. The biggest issue I have is at the end of the second quarter, you have the ball at the 2, and then you have the bad snap, and that sucks. I think you have a sack or you get a run play for -2 after that. You're backing up, or maybe it was 3rd and 9, but whatever it was, you just had to run the ball and take the field goal, which I understand the idea that you're on the road, go for the win, right? At Nebraska last week, there was a 3rd and 1, and what did they do? They threw it deep on the very first possession, 3rd and 1. They throw it deep to Pat Bryant. They set the tone for the night.
Yep.
I love that. So you might be saying, well, Carp, isn't that a little bit hypocritical? And maybe it is, but you got to play the game that's in front of you. And what it felt like at that moment is even 3 with 10 seconds left on the clock, were you going to halftime with a 10-7 lead?
Yeah.
That's a win.
No, I agree with you. I think in that situation right there, you gotta recognize your opportunities, right? And I think getting 3 there is a win. I agree with you. I don't think it's hypocritical, and I think that was
God dang, man!
It's
right
it's automatic.
There.
I think that moment right there was a big moment in this game.
Yeah. And then just seeing us not be able to bring these guys down.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you wonder.
Freaking Rosiak.
Maybe it was just a matter of time.
This is a bad matchup for Rosiak, who was a sound linebacker, but he's not the kind of athlete that is going to have a lot of success against these Penn State. Now, granted, they're getting in the second level, and offensive linemen are getting a hand on the linebackers, the two that you have out there, a lot. But that was an opportunity for him to get a tackle 3 yards behind where he ended up. And now Penn State's just going to run it. Man. This is I didn't want to see
they don't need to pass the ball anymore, do they?
No, they don't need to pass the ball. But the thing is, this makes it where if they do choose to pass it, we're going to start selling out on the run if we aren't already.
Well, I mean, you almost kind of have to. And look, they're just going to keep the ball. And if we get one more 3 and out or, 5-play series and punt, I mean, we're cooked. We're running out of chances already. It's 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, but this team.
He's right there. God dang it. Thank you.
This team is just going to keep getting theirs.
As Bobo says, it could be worse. We could be Georgia right now. Ooh. What's the score on that, Bobo? It was 28-0, but I checked like a half hour ago. And then you start to see now the discrepancy. There was a pretty even box score going into halftime. It's distancing. Yards per play, not the discrepancy I thought it would have been. But man,
time of possession has got to be.
It's starting to inch up towards Penn. It was even in the first half.
Get him! See that?
Yeah. Okay. So not bad on the defense. You got a 3rd and 5 and a must stop because they are in a position where they do not have a good field goal kicker. I'm thinking Penn State's in 4-down territory right now.
Give us a reason to feel optimistic here. I just don't think Penn State is worried at all about not converting on a 3rd and 5. And like you said, they're in 2-down territory.
They'll go for it. They'll go for it.
And I mean, gosh, they just have so. Watch out for the shot right here. I
don't like what I see from Bobo here. SOB, Sauber, son of a bitch. That's the tight end. Right up the middle, no problem.
Guy's been
he's good.
All night.
Listen, it's okay to acknowledge they're good. I think just getting eaten up like this, I will say this, Ken, it does make me a little bit concerned about even a Michigan that only runs the ball, right? That's all they do, but they're pretty good at it.
Yeah.
And I just worry that right now the defensive line that looks so much better at Nebraska, and I know Nebraska's not Penn State. Even after they had a much better second half against Purdue, I don't think Nebraska is exponentially improved, but they seem like borderline top 25. Decent
well,
stuff
and
there.
after going through a game like this, I mean, you have how long do you have? You got 2 weeks until Michigan. When's the Michigan game?
So you have a bye week in Purdue coming up, which I think
so
here's the good news.
Weeks.
Let's say this doesn't go well, and right now it's not trending that way. You have a bye week, and you can at least go into it angry. We haven't been in that position yet. I don't think this is a case at all of Illinois going in there not with the right mindset. I think it's a case of the game is playing out, and because you didn't take advantage of early opportunities to the extent you could have, now the better team is taking advantage of theirs. Like, it's just natural talent and size and depth.
Right.
This is a program that's been recruiting 4 and 5 stars for 10 years under James Franklin, and now they got the bankroll to really do that. So I don't mind going into a bye week with a loss.
Yeah, especially with the team that you have on the other side of it, right? Hopefully get a rebound, and then, with that bye week, with that time, maybe you learn something from this game, right? You go back, you watch the tape, you say, hey, we got a Michigan coming up who can absolutely dominate us inside the box, too. They can just run on us all night, too.
Yeah.
Let's figure out how to adjust to that. I mean, I don't know. You can't create talent in 2 weeks' time, right? You can't create speed.
But I do think most matchups will be more favorable than this. I mean, Purdue's bad. Purdue's objectively bad. Their line play is terrible. I think your lines will be much better than theirs. I don't think our lines are bad. I think it's just a matter of Penn State's are really good, and we're keeping the defense on the field because of a mistake here, a mistake there.
Yeah.
And the fact that when it comes down to it, their running backs are freaking – their running backs are freaking dudes. And if you go back to the Kansas game, Kansas was able to run the ball. For some weird reason, they abandoned it. And I don't know if the game results any different because Kansas cannot get out of their own way this year. They're 1-4 now. Nebraska, I think, is a quality win that'll stick. But I don't understand how after last week, it just seems like the template that you won at Nebraska could have worked here. So in my mind, when I can't really wrap my head around it, I'm just kind of reverting to Penn State is just
they're
lot better
they're
than
just good. Yeah. No, when you play really good teams and you are a decent team yourself, it's not always that they just blow you out and they did, but the game could still be close, but all the little details fall in their favor, right? It almost starts to make you feel like you're underperforming, but it's just that you're playing a better opponent, right?
Yeah, that could be the case.
But at the same time, we're Illinois fans, right? So we have to be biased both ways. If things aren't going right for us, we have to look at what we should be doing better, right? Even though it's something we're incapable of doing, even if it's stuff that the opponent will always be able to stop, we got to look at it from that angle. But at the end of the day, I think
to me, go ahead. Sorry,
I just think just Penn State's just a better football team, and that's what's happening here.
Now, what I don't want to do quite yet in the third
this
quarter
is gonna bug me. Keep talking.
is acquiesce defeat, but there's a moth on the TV screen. There we go.
Someone just lay him out.
What, the moth or one of their?
Oh, he's back.
Oh, son of a!
I left. Okay, he's under the TV. I can see him slightly, but that won't bother me.
What I need is I am assuming that Penn State will get points here, and I'd love it for it to be a field goal. But whatever happens, when the offense gets it back, they got to go score. They got to go score, and then you make it interesting again. And the good news for Illinois is that the good news and the bad news. There's not a lot of time left. It's sort of like if you just play the perfect fourth quarter, it's possible. But right now, with third and 5, you've kept them within reach.
This is just a fact, although it almost seems like BS. At this very moment, you are still very much in this game.
Yeah.
It just seems unlikely that what it would take, which is a stop or a turnover. Well, at this point, a turnover. And then
we need something, man.
Points from this offense.
And here's the thing. If we stop them here, this is not a gimme field goal for their kicker, who already missed a 40-yarder earlier. Though, so did ours, who's had a good year. But
stop him.
All right, so we got a tackle. This will be a 4th and 3. I think they kick it from inside the 20. Kick it. Kick it.
They should kick it. I mean,
now here's the thing, Ken. If they do decide to go for it, they're going. Or no, they're going. It's the appearance of going. They're going to try
not
that.
Looking down. Not
get
looking
an offside
down.
thing.
Not looking down. Mike's looking.
Yeah, I was just looking for it. Okay, so are they? We got a play clock now at 10. They are lining up as if they're going for it.
Big play. Let's go.
And they are going to hike it. They're
Let's
going
go.
for it.
Get him! That's short. That's short. All right.
That's so dumb on their part.
Yeah.
That is so
stupid. No, you take the 3.
You're
take
inside
the 3.
the 20.
A two-score lead. A 2-score lead for Penn State right now.
Great tackle. Great job by the defense.
Man, you got to
James Franklin.
Brett, you got to.
He's such a doofus.
Our sideline needs to be jumping right now. Gotta capitalize on this, man.
And that was Miles Scott. Thank you, B. Mills, for clarifying that. That was Miles Scott on the great tackle, which he was 1.5 yards, 2 yards short. So that was excellently played there from Illinois. And as Bobo says that, if there is such a thing as momentum swing, this could be it. I mean, you needed a big play. And what I don't understand by Franklin doing that, if you miss a field goal, sure, Illinois gets momentum back. They get a hell of a lot more momentum back after that play. If Illinois is down 10, if you're James Franklin, don't you trust your defense the way they've been playing the last 2 quarters?
Yeah, you're right, man. That was just
dumb
stupid.
Call.
That was just stupid.
If it were 4th and 1, I get it. I get a 4th and 1, but a 4th and 3, and then you put the ball in the air. God dang.
Let's take advantage.
If I'm a Penn State fan, I'm like, what are you doing?
Let's take advantage. Oh, yeah. If you're a Penn State fan right now, if Illinois scores here.
Because that kick, they were at the 19? So that is about a 37, 38 yarder.
yeah.
And he did miss a 40-yarder earlier. And that shows maybe that's saying there's just complete lack of faith in their kicker. But my God, we'll take it.
Well, I mean,
We aren't dead yet.
For what it's worth, I mean, they're converting on that fourth. They had high probability of getting it too, so you can't forget that part. But who cares?
Yeah, it's
Capitalize.
our ball. Suck it,
Whichever
Penn
way.
State.
Hey, we will not be picky about how our opportunities come right now. I mean,
We take what comes. And the thing is, yeah, I mean, God, that's on the marks. It's going the fourth down, only 7. Now I think there's 2-3 minutes. Now, Anthony, I'm watching on Peacock tonight, so I don't know if that makes it a little bit quicker than Hulu or something, but okay. Let's see how much time we got left in this game, because I believe there is. I should probably get Illinois Penn State
2 minutes and something to go in the half.
live box score.
106 in the third.
106. Okay. I mean, you're in it. I said be within a score going in the fourth quarter, like Nebraska, which I think you were tied at that point. But here you are.
How about that? What, 18? Somebody said in the third, 18, 19-point spread? I mean,
It ended up at 19, I think, on a lot of the betting sites. And for parts of this game, I can kind of understand why, because you do see the discrepancy. But at the same time, Penn State tends to do this. They don't often blow out the teams. Man. McCray tried, but that's going to be a yard at that. Little John back
easy.
and forth.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
John, a little bit. Rushing yards this quarter, 82 for Penn State and 2 for Illinois. But, Ken, I think that's an indictment of Penn State that they only have 7 more points than they began with. This is a quarter where statistically they've dominated. They've had the ball for 12 minutes this quarter, ran the ball for 80 yards, and they have 7 measly points to show for it. So you got to somehow take advantage offensively.
There we go.
Nice pass. First down. Get the spot. Get the spot. He does. Maybe not. And we're going to take this into the fourth quarter. Illinois is only down a score going in the fourth quarter.
And that's what Gregory says. We're only down 7, fellas. We're still in this. Lighten up. We'll lighten up. We're going to be. Let's be optimistic in this fourth quarter, Mike. Because hell, you're down 7 at Penn State going into the fourth quarter with the ball. I wouldn't say driving yet, but you're starting a drive. We got nothing to be unhappy about.
No, I mean,
come on.
no.
Let's go. Let's go.
If I think about it, the only gripe, so to speak, that I would have is how the first half ended. But it kind of negated itself when Penn State didn't do anything offensively either. So it's like, okay, we screwed up, they screwed up. Wash your hands, move on.
Yeah. You just said it, right? I was going to say, oh, well, we had our chances in the first half, especially, latter part of the second quarter. But, yeah, you've quietly held them to, it feels like this game should be out of our hands right now, but somehow you've kept it, within one score. Yeah. So it's kind of balanced out.
Listen,
and here we are.
This is the sign of a program that's in a much healthier place. No one, and even if this team goes on to have like a 9-3 year or something like that, I think we know that they are not a prototypical college football playoff team. Okay, so let's say they get some breaks, they get one big win against Michigan or Oregon or even tonight, and then they put themselves in conversation for that. Well, we would be totally fine if they said, well, the 12 college football playoff teams, you're 12. We understand where we're at, right? Which makes this the house money thing we've talked about. That's where it comes into play because we kind of know what we are. I like where we're at. And what the hell? Like,
yeah, whoever said we'd be upset with the number 12 spot in the playoffs?
Oh no, I know. And that's a lot of things that have to happen even for
now.
that. But the fact is, listen, the way this game is unfolding too, and am I that worried about top 25 rankings? Not necessarily, but I do think it has an effect on recruiting. I think it has an effect on the way the fans perceive the program. You aren't falling out of the rankings for what's happened tonight.
I don't even know if your ranking changes.
I don't know if it changes that much. So the point being, you're going into a bye week, right? Absolute worst case, you're going in bye week. You're still ranked. You're 4-1, and you got Purdue coming to town. To me, this year, this first 5-game stretch, 3-2 record would have been a win because you knew that Purdue was after that. You get to 4. You clawed a few wins in November. But you've changed kind of the formula for what a successful season might look like because of this fast start. And now, with 1 quarter to go before the bye week, shoot your shot. I mean, just go for it.
Well, and you talk about long-term for this program. Remember what we said last week. Last week, that Nebraska game, that was a Friday night nationally televised game.
4.5 million watched.
A lot of people watching that game. That was huge for the program, huge for recruiting. This game, right, I mean, it would be huge, right? It would be
massive.
Definitely something to brag about. But I don't think it hurts us a lot. Now, it would have hurt us a lot if we lost 48-7 or something like that.
It would have.
But
and I suppose that could still happen, but I get the feeling that the way this game is set up, Kenton, regardless of what happens on this Illinois possession, Penn State's MO is going to be run the damn ball, get the win, get out healthy.
Oh, yeah.
And in other words, it doesn't at the moment, knock on wood, set up to be, you're going to lose by 4 scores. A lot would have to happen for that, which tells me that anyone that's tuning in, and I think most eyes are probably on Georgia, Alabama, though they might be taking a quick break to come check out this game.
I don't know.
Because that game's
not
it's not
a contest.
So you might get a few eyes now coming in over this 4th quarter while Alabama is just crushing Georgia to say, okay, well, what the heck? Let's see if this Illinois team can make a little run here in the 4th quarter. Now, you got a massive 3rd and 1. I've not looked at the YouTube feed. I'm not going to. I don't want emojis to clue me in on what happens here.
I'm resisting.
You got to get the first.
I can't look
Is
this
your phone
way.
right there? Don't look down. Don't look down, man.
I'm not looking.
Now, you have Josh McCray in there still instead of Caden Fagan. You got 1 year to go.
I like the formation. There you go. Hey, no complicated. He got it. He got it.
According to the spotter, he got it. Well done, Luke.
Now look.
He got low. Well done, Luke. Phew.
Yeah, Justin Carpenter, one of these NBC commentators is an absolute Penn State homer. We noticed that in the
Which
first
one,
half.
Justin? I tried
We
to...
noticed that in the first... Yeah, who is it?
I tried to blissfully ignore, because I know last week I knew what the commentators would do. I used to get upset by them, but
It did seem very... There was something very early on in this game that made me think that. I can't remember what it was.
Well, think about it in terms of any professional...
Oh, no, it was the punt. The guy who went out of bounds on the punt, right?
Oh, heads up, Luke. That's Abdul Carter right there, right? No, it's not. But, man, he got in there. Honestly, that's the first time that I've seen the interior just completely botch a blocking assignment. But this looks like, was that interior or not? It was interior. It's not delayed. Geske just misses him.
Through. Yeah, just missed him.
Geske just whipped.
Swimmed right over him.
Luke didn't have a chance. It's just good he held on to it. 2nd and 17. You cannot have that from Geske, who's been plenty experienced. Get the blocks.
Get some space. Get some
Go,
space.
Josh. All right, so we got about 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 9.
Got it back, yeah.
You got it back, but now it's still a ways to go. Damn. Okay. Got to get Pat Bryant, who I don't think has a catch tonight. He has 1. Maybe? Zakari's got a few. Illinois 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions of 7+.
Let's get a good call.
Middle of the field. I mean, they're showing blitz. Let's see what they do.
They don't know what they're doing. Do
not save your timeouts if you can. You got time to get this settled. Okay. They're sending a big-time blitz.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
You got to take a timeout in that situation.
If you think they're actually sending the blitz, you do. Or you just got to have a quick hitter.
They didn't know what they were doing.
I'm trying to think here. I mean,
look at this.
1,
look at
2,
this. There's
3,
an extra guy
4,
over
5,
there.
6. They said 7.
You got nobody.
It wasn't quite Engage 8 in Madden, which is fun to throw every now and then, but damn close. And a missed opportunity there for the offense.
Wow. Well,
7 guys.
All that for nothing. Come on, get a big boot. Let it bounce.
Get the bounce. Oh, not terrible.
Not bad.
So that's about
32.
a 40. That's a, let's see, 30.
Down to the 32.
3 down to 32.
No, we weren't at the 30. We were at the 20.
We're at the 20.
Yeah.
So that is a 48-yarder. Not bad.
Well, got to get a stop.
Yeah.
We needed something bigger out of that drive.
Yeah. Well, you converted the
Man.
first. And then the next 3. Well, what I mean is, it's like, great, okay. Now you got some space.
You got to
you were the
string
30.
multiple things together. you
Right,
know?
right.
I mean,
And just not working. Yep. Trying to stay positive here.
yep. Brick Girl's with us. Got to call that timeout. I don't know.
Yeah, at first, Brick Roll, I was like, yeah, I'd like you to save it. But then when you see that, oh, shoot, they might be sending 7.
I don't know what. And I mean, look, not like I saw it before the snap, but I mean, you got an extra guy out on the strong side, and there's nobody to block him. I mean, and Luke knew it as soon as he snapped it because he knew he was going to have to scramble. He steps up in the pocket. There's just nothing there.
From K. Andrew, he didn't have a full second. He might have had 1 apple. Like when he played football at recess, 1 apple, 2 apple. He might have had a 1 apple count on that thing. Okay.
A little superstition here. Justin Carpenter trying to decide if he's going to go to the bar. He was at last weekend to watch Nebraska. Well, to watch the Nebraska loss, the Illinois win.
Yeah, do what you got to
I
do.
think, hey, stack the deck as much as you can. If you're on the fence, my vote is head on out there.
And even if it doesn't have any impact on the game, at least you're going to have a good time.
But if you're comfortable where you're at, I mean, whatever. we're obviously a little bit non-committal here.
Yeah,
ourselves, aren't
yeah. From Anthony, nothing's been damaged yet. You're correct. I mean, it's not as if they're in a field position where it's guaranteed that they're going to score. They've had more advantageous starts to drives.
You're getting to a point, though, where
Eventually,
on the
they're going to
defensive side,
through.
you need more than a stop. You're going to need a turnover.
As Dave says here, Henry can't keep anything in the bag. Got to empty the playbook this series. Go down swinging. Need a pick or a fumble. Yeah, you probably do. Now, I'm trying to think, though, in order to facilitate that, I don't imagine Penn State's going to get too creative here. I think it's going to be...
No, they're going to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bobo, an interception would be nice right now, yes. And it's going to have to come from, I don't know, single coverage.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Xavier.
They got to throw a ball that we can get.
Or on the mark 3, and that would be big, unlikely, but big. I am surprised, though, at the offense getting completely stymied like this. I'm mildly surprised by that because I knew it would be a tougher test, and I really didn't have much expectations about this game, but...
well, especially after that first drive. Right?
7 yards this half, Kenton. 7.
Especially after that first drive. I mean, Penn State figured something out on defense.
And the run.
It's there all day.
God damn, guys.
Oh! Was he down? I don't know. The garage likes it, Mike.
They're saying
but I'm
it's
not
ours.
Sure.
But was he down?
I'm not sure.
Okay, let's see. Please tell me it was coming out.
He's up. It's coming out.
I don't know.
Oh, no, he had
It's
it there.
in.
Yeah.
He's down. I mean, the good news is that the initial call was a fumble. I mean, the only hope is that they called it.
No, but see, there's an extra flip here. See, he still has it right there.
I think he's down, but
I think he's
you
down.
have the benefit that they did not call it that on the field, and then if they have,
Here's that damn moth.
if they say it's moving there,
I don't think
I
it
don't
is.
know,
I think
man.
it's that second flip.
I don't know. Someone in the YouTube feed is going to know before we do.
Quick call. Quick review, yeah.
Wait, did they already review that?
Yeah, they already reviewed it and said said he was down.
James Franklin is a chode. I can't stand him.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten too far into the. Wow, that was pretty quick.
Replay centers. Oh, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: is that probably the right call?
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
They have a command center. Holy crap!
In Rosemont. We were in Rosemont not too long ago, Mike.
Damn. Yeah, that's right. The Incubus, man.
Fun times.
That was a great
A
show.
little bit more fun than what
more
we're
fun than
seeing right
this.
now.
I mean, yeah.
Rosemont, Illinois. Highly recommend.
All right, here's Aller. Oh, boy.
Oh, they're going for the home run, and no, that's the flag.
Yep. And that's Terrence Brooks.
That's a
It's a good thing it's only
commit the penalty because you're beat situation.
15 yards in college, so you take it, but
Look at that. He was beat. That's awfully early, though.
turn around, dude. There's a reason
you were
you
there.
didn't win the
Look,
starting
the ball
job.
was underthrown. You were there.
There's a reason he didn't win the starting job with that crap.
He mistimed it. He went in thinking the ball would be there.
Yeah, and I like the aggressive play, but it's like you had time to turn around there.
Turn around, yeah, make a play on the ball. Sure.
Because even if you turn around, that guy's going to have to come back for it, and right before he makes that catch. So it's, I don't know. It's frustrating. 7th penalty, according to B. Mills. Another 15 yards here.
You know what, though?
Drew Aller.
How about Penn State with a play call like that?
Well, it's they had not really taken a big shot earlier. I'm surprised they hadn't.
And now they're just back
And
to
now
the
they're
good
just-
old run.
Man, just
They're
eating
remembering
our
that
lunch.
they don't have to think too hard.
Eating our lunch right now. Damn, we are getting bullied. What the hell is the D? I mean, well, D-line's getting manhandled right now.
Yeah. The holes are so big.
The holes are very big right now. The holes are huge. Let's just be real.
Oh boy, the garage is getting
We're getting
getting some good commentary here.
hadn't heard a hot
There's a
dog.
stop. Hey, all
Hot dog
right.
in the hallway in a long
They
time.
heard. They
Kyle.
heard you. They heard you. They're not gonna take that.
Oh my God.
Gonna
I had not-
tighten it up. Mike's flustered.
I had not. Oh my God.
Haven't heard that one in a while, have you?
That's so funny.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
It's so sophomoric and it's so funny. All right, we're having a good time at least. 10:35 to go, 2nd and 10. You got to force him to make a call, Kenton, where they'd have to kick a tough field goal. I don't think they do the same 4th down mistake again.
I don't know that they're in range yet. If they're
No,
kicker.
they not yet. Not yet. I want to get them to a place where they can at least question whether they should or not. Okay, good stop here again. So we got a 3rd and 7 from the 26. And a must stop from the defense.
they can call anything though, right?
Well,
'Cause
I
you
think
can't
I wouldn't be
sell
surprised if
out.
they call the run again because it's if they're playing with 4 down territory, man, they're not kicking it from here, right?
Yeah.
They aren't.
But are you confident enough in that you do the old engage 8 like the old Madden? That you said?
No, well, I don't know. But the problem
Or
is with
do
it-
you
but
and
the
just
problem-
hope you're
no.
right,
Problem
because-
is with the blitz, if you don't play it right, they can gash you and get a big run. Like you
Well, we
just-
saw that once before. Oh, you got him. You
Yeah,
got
get
him.
him. There we go. Now they
So
got
they'll
a call
kick
to
it.
make here at the 23.
They'll kick it.
Whether or not they kick it,
They're not going to do the same mistake.
I don't know. They're right in the middle of the hash mark.
Did they learn from their mistakes?
But if they don't kick, they must have zero faith in their kicker. They essentially ice the game with a field goal, at least from their perspective. I want them to kick the field goal.
I want to know how many times this 44 has taken the snap. I mean,
He's kicking
here
it.
he is. There you go.
Okay, number 93 coming out to kick it. 3 for 8 on the season. That's right.
Noonan.
Sander Sahaydak.
Noonan.
Sahaydak. Here's the kick. 40 yards, no wind to
Boo.
speak of. And it's no
He's
good.
wide right. That number 52
guy
was damn.
sucks.
You're like, our kicker sucks.
Do you remember the Adam Sandler song, The Lonesome Kicker? You don't?
No.
Do you remember Steve Polychronopoulos?
No.
Oh, man.
I think the only Adam
Dude.
Sandler stuff I remember is like Christmas tunes.
Red Hooded Sweatshirt?
Is that a Christmas tune?
No, man. I need to show you the Adam Sandler.
Oh, I remember.
We're within 7.
I remember piece of shit car.
Hey, this is a family-friendly program.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I already said the S word earlier.
Well,
hey, Matt. Matt's in the house.
Oh, firecracker frog.
Oh. Fire. What's that?
I don't know. It's
Okay, real quick as we got a break here, and Illinois is only down 7. Still unbelievable. This movie looks pretty good, by the way. I like the original Smile.
Mike's into the horror
I
flicks.
love horror movies. I need to see the substance.
It's
coming
not
up.
because
Terrifier.
it's not
3.
because I'm dead scared of him like Kyle over here. It's just not my thing. I like dumb comedy. I mean,
do
I'll
too.
watch a good, well done. We like our Tarantino movies. We like our Nolan flicks.
Nolan's
I
okay.
used
He's
to
hit or
like
miss.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
But
I
horror,
did. I'm bored.
horror
Bored of
is
that.
just like
Now, here's what we got. Real quick, Hamilton Walkers, Brian Hansen, State Farm agent, Dogtown Heating, Air and Plumbing, and Owen Builders LLC. Appreciate them. These live podcasts, I know I could do a better job of hitting up our sponsors, but the best way to support us is to support the sponsors. And we will be at Hamilton Walkers on Thursday, October 3rd, 7 o'clock. Live book release event. We'll be podcasting it for those who can't make it. Lante and myself talking about the book and whatever comes to mind. It'll be a fun conversation. But Illinois football has an opportunity here. So, Ken, how much time is left? I need to find an actual score up that works here. Okay, 8:54 to go.
Yeah,
it
under
looks
10
like.
minutes. The YouTube conglomerate here is really in favor of. First of all, they're sure that we're going to get a touchdown, which I like
Why
the
not?
optimism. But they're really
We have live
they're
now.
heavy on the score a touchdown and go for 2.
No, because I don't know because
With the way college overtime rules
go
are,
overtime. It's a coin flip there.
we've had some amazing overtime
There
memories.
3 years ago.
Amazing how many overtimes was
9.
that? 9 overtimes. Now, Penn State wasn't as good back then, if I recall.
No, they were a top 10 team. Now, they ended up struggling the rest of the year down the stretch, but they were number 8 in the nation when we played them. I think they're 8 or 9 now.
They're 9.
They're 9. Oregon's number 8.
Wow, I don't remember that they were that good back then during that game.
Oh, my God, they're wearing white.
Yeah,
It's
the whole
whiteout energy.
I got to give them
Happy
credit where
Valley.
it's due. Whiteout is.
It does look like an intimidating environment, and I'm not just saying that. It does look like a pretty cool place to see college football. I'm never going to go there because I'm not going to drive 10 hours in the middle of Pennsylvania to watch college football.
I was
but-
talking to before. I won't say who it is. Somebody in the media from here. They made the drive on Friday.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
Jeremy
long
and
drive.
Joey did.
That's a 9-hour drive.
Yeah, man. Go, be careful.
Oh, he did just.
He was down,
He
he
was
was
down.
down.
He was down. He was down.
He was down. They're blowing it down. Ground
He
cannot
made,
cause
he
the
made
fumble.
a little unnecessary
As-
juke there, though.
As B. Mill says, whew. And Dave was there in 08, and that was one of the earlier whiteout games. And I remember watching that at Tim and Angela lived in Memphis, and they had a big party. I partied a little bit too hard and missed a very uneventful second half where
08.
Illinois got spanked.
Okay.
He was down there clearly.
I would
so
have been.
fortunately,
No, I was back
for
from
us.
Spain.
Okay, 2nd and 6. Here we go.
Illinois has more
Luke?
penalty yardage than
Nice.
offensive yardage.
Throw to Pat Bryant. Gets all the way. Whoa, Pat.
There's
all the way
your
up to
catch.
the
There's your catch
44.
for Bryant, Mike. There's your catch for Bryant.
Okay, 8 minutes to go. Illinois with
Come
the
on.
ball about
Come on.
45-yard line.
Come on. Let's go.
Both teams have 3 timeouts. I'm guessing both teams will get one more crack at it here. Here's Luke, shotgun. I think it's Fagan behind him, right? Number 3. Or Fagan to his right. Yep. Okay.
I don't.
Luke
like
goes back
I
shotgun.
wanted quick offense. Come on now.
10 seconds here. Nope. Fake handoff. Looking for
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, just a bit too high.
Man.
Damn. Do you think he jumped early, Don?
Let's see.
Watching
see.
the replay. No. Yeah, it would have been an amazing catch, though. That's tough. It has just sailed ever so slightly.
He had him beat though.
Dang, and Luke knows it. He just
You
missed
get
him.
single coverage out there. He's got that guy.
Yeah, go for the shot. I like
He's
that.
got that guy.
Okay, well, now it's 2nd and 10. You're still at the 44. Get the block. Go, Caden. So we got a 3rd and 3, which is much more doable. I don't want to get into do you go for it on 4th down or not. I want to convert here, but that might be a question we have to ask here in a second.
Let's just say right now, yes, you're going for it. But
Let's see
Hopefully
what
it
happens.
doesn't matter.
Hopefully you don't need to get to that question.
if you don't lose yardage here, I think you got to go for it.
Well, you
But
play
let's
to
just
win
get
the
it.
games.
Let's just get it.
Luke, shotgun. Caden Fagan still back there. Arkin in motion to the left.
Movement.
The pitch to Caden.
See, now I jinxed us.
Well, but now you got
I jinxed us.
No, that's no. I mean, let's see if there was a missed block here because. Yeah. But even if that guy is blocked, there was still the corner on the outside. It looks like Illinois is going for it. No, they're not. They are. Wow.
I don't hate the call.
Well, I mean, time is of the essence. You do have 3 timeouts, but
Oh!
you got the jump.
Free play! Free play! Free! Oh, you got the ball!
There is an offside,
Yeah,
so
free
Illinois
play. Now
will
you got
get
4th and 1. 4th and 1.
Wow. It'll be 4th and 1, and they damn near got it to Zakari. He's so close to connecting on these.
He had it too.
All right, let's
It was
watch.
good. It was good D. He had
Let's
the
watch
ball.
the replay.
Oh, they're not
I
going
don't
to
know if they're
show
going
it.
to show the catch that almost was. Illinois is right back out there for a 4th and 1. Oh man, guys, you got to convert. Make it interesting here.
Luke sneak. Don't overthink this.
Well, they're going to do this, I think, quick huddle and then run out. See, they're huddling right now. Let's see if they run to the line. Yeah, okay, I've seen their fans. Get the fans the help. Thank you. Show me the field.
They're all wearing white. We know.
Okay, shotgun, so it won't be a sneak. And there's Fagan back there. If you need to take a timeout, do it now. I mean, this is such a big play.
Penn State took a timeout.
Flag or timeout?
No way.
Number 50 on Priestley, the right tackle. Damn, man. You cannot make these mistakes on the road.
No.
Did he move?
Wow.
I mean,
that was a lot of time.
I guess.
A lot of time.
Yeah. Wow. And now you got to go for it. Come on, we'll draw them off sides. Let's just go back and forth. Here we go. Big play. You got to go to Zakari or Pat Bryant here.
Up high.
Oh, no. And that's game. Pick 6.
Bad block in the back.
Oh, you got to call that. No flag?
Flag.
Yeah,
It'll come back because of a dumb block in the back.
Still a turnover, though.
It'll be their ball. But what a dumb block by Penn State.
That sequence right there, that was it. That was our chance.
Man, that's a killer. I mean,
Well,
I don't
look,
even...
I mean, our defense is gotta get something going again.
What does he look? Absolutely terrible.
So they're going to be at what?
They'll get a
45?
32, because he blocked him at the 22. It's a 31, 32-yard line. 10-yard penalty from the spot, the foul. What a turd of a
it's where
throw,
the
Luke.
runner was. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Because he was just, he knew who he was throwing to, but it wasn't remotely open.
No, I thought he had the single coverage up on the high sideline. I thought that's where he was going, and then he went right in the middle of the field. That's just not smart. Yikes.
It's bad. I don't know, man. Can you pull this out of your butt here? I mean, Priestley's false start.
Too many. Look, we haven't made. Well, we kind
No,
of have. We kind of have made a ton of mistakes.
We made a lot of mistakes, and if
Well-
someone can look up how many penalties.
Well, somebody said so.
9?
Right before that big play at the beginning of that drive that got us the first down. More penalty yards than offensive yards.
Yeah.
Illinois. Yeah, you don't win games
In this
like
half?
that.
I believe
it's
in this half. I
half.
believe
it's
it,
not
yeah.
in the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
8 for Illinois, which is, man. And then for Mark, why not go back to Brian Olo at the top? You know, Mark, I would have almost had rather them went sideline one more time. It's like they will go single coverage on the outside and take their chances with. that barrier there. But yeah,
Mike, you remember the game last week, the Nebraska game? After that game, trying to get to sleep. And you
yeah,
just
I
couldn't.
didn't until like 1:30.
We gonna sleep good tonight. I don't.
Unless they win,
Oh well.
but something crazy has to happen like right now.
Oh,
And-
you need
and
a quick. You need a quick turnover.
Penn State's just going to run it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
I don't
think,
know. We've been saying that though, and for some reason they keep going to the air every once in a while when they don't need to. But yeah, you need a turnover, and then the other thing is you need to score. We have not scored since the opening drive of this game.
No. We haven't scored.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just it. Your defense has not been great, but guess what? They've only given up 14 points. So I know Aaron Henry,
They've done their job.
like, I think he's doing the best with what he's got. I thought coming in the season the defense would stink. Well, honestly, they're just serviceable, and serviceable is going to win you a lot of games. But this is a big step back for after Barry Lunny had his best game.
God, with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, you got to wonder what the over-under on this game was, the live over-under.
And the over-under wasn't huge. I think the over-under was like 41.
I mean, like the live after.
But the live after that,
both-
I'm sure
both
went up.
I mean, it was probably over 50, and now.
I mean, I'm just trying to see what Luke might have seen here. It's like he was anticipating Zachary would be open. But that middle of the field is so clogged up. And Pat would have been, if he just had a second more. He had time if he would have stepped up and found Pat.
I still think he had Bryant high.
Oh, he
If-
did.
If
He
that
did.
was,
If
if
he
that was
steps up
Bryant
to his
there.
left, he has Bryant wide open. We're going to have to pull
They're
another
in the
button.
gun again. What are they doing, man?
Take
They are
advantage of
giving
it.
us a gift. Well, if they can
Yeah,
make it.
they can make plays. I do agree that the haircut is kind of dumb. But I say that as someone with a literal shark fin on my head. So it's subjective. I can't really talk. I will say those Kansas kids that were giving me crap before the Kansas game with all the Patrick Mahomes.
They were
broccoli
just
hair.
jealous.
And
They
now,
were just
now they
jealous.
are a 1-4 football team, and I'm okay with that. Nice
That's
tackle,
a good
Rosiak.
tackle. Here we go. Third down. And their field goal
Much
kicker
needed.
sucks. I mean, at this point, with
Thank
that,
you, Anthony. The broccoli.
at this
hair.
point with
I'm not
that
a big
kicker,
fan.
are they going to go for it on
They're
fourth?
too deep to kick it, so this is 4-down territory, right?
The
They're at the
garage,
35.
the garage is feeling optimistic.
34, and they got 3 to go. This is 4-down territory because they will not kick with that scrub again. So
Oh yeah, they're further back than I thought. Yeah, they're not going to kick that.
you got to make a play, defense. Somehow, some way, make a play.
Big 44.
Right in the middle of the field. Easy. He just sat. If you don't get to the quarterback, that zone coverage only
Oh,
works so
boy.
long. I mean, Rosiak was right there to make the tackle, but they only needed 3. So there's 44. He just stops. There he goes. Easy.
He took his damn time getting out there too.
Yeah.
He just knew that it was going to be there because he's got all the time in the
Now,
world.
you
back in
still
that
got
pocket.
one more set of downs here where if you stop them, you can force a field goal. Because if they, let's say you stop them 3rd and 2 at the 17. Ah, shoot. Too much blocking.
Get him.
19. Now
He's upset.
you have 3 timeouts and you have the 2-minute warning, but even this
Not
kicker,
yet.
I think, could make a 30-yard kick, right?
I don't know.
But force him to kick it. Force him to kick it. But 2nd and 3, you got to make a play to force 3rd. 3:25 to go. God, I thought this game was
All right,
going
what
fast, and it's already 3.5 hours.
What
That's
are
why I
they?
love the NFL. 3 hours, you're done.
Yep. Oh,
All right, send a blitz. No.
he
Yeah.
was non-committal though. Look at that.
First down at the 15.
You blitz on the side and you just run right into a blocker. It's like, please block me.
Boy.
This is frustrating.
Well,
And again, a good team makes you feel frustrated about your team, but
Well,
last week was entertaining football. This is frustrating football.
frustrating, and also like the few opportunities you had, you just didn't capitalize.
You didn't
on,
capitalize.
you
Yeah,
know.
that's right.
And-
Which again, Which, again, a good team will not let their mistakes cost them points.
Well, I should rephrase. A great team wouldn't. I think Illinois still, at the end of the day, is solid, right? Like,
I'm talking about Penn State.
Penn State. I think Penn
State has made their mistakes, but they haven't.
Given their
allowed
schedule, I
Illinois
think
to
they're
capitalize.
right about where they should be, and they are a college football playoff team. They'll go 10-2. You have your lighter, by the way?
Lighter?
Oh, I got one.
Oh.
If you can chit-chat.
Okay. Well, with 2:24 to go here, second and something. I don't know. Mike, you're really, really trusting a lot in me to try to do
Hey,
this.
man.
Well, it's a timeout.
I'm good with
Whatever.
Phil. Whatever. Who cares?
I'm not going to play-by-play a timeout. Yeah.
Dead air is
But
okay.
look, I feel like we're a broken record at this point, right? You need a big play. You need a turnover. You can't count on their crappy field goal kicker to miss one again. Yeah. God, it's just
Katron.
frustrating.
Sounds like a
football.
robot.
Frustrating football. What do you? How are you feeling right now? If you're a Penn State fan, are you?
I think you feel.
Are you disappointed?
No, I think it's. You could have scored more. You probably should have scored more. I think if they score here, it's one of those. The final score was
That's
not
a hold. That's a hold.
Yeah, too easy. First down.
Looks like holding in there. Maybe I'm just getting bitter now. Well,
we know what
running out of.
they're running out. Yeah, the clock is going to run out.
Running out of endings to this story.
Illinois looks to cover, but I do think
True.
that Vegas was probably spot on with the point difference in terms of talent on the field. I mean, if Penn State would have finished one other drive, Vegas is spot on.
Yeah. Penn State has not played the cleanest of games.
They have
either.
not, and it's
Yeah.
just a shame to. What were the chances that we were going to win this game? I don't know. I think 1-5, 1-4. But as Dave says here, Penn State dominated the game outside the Illini first drive. If I'm a Penn State fan, I can't believe they have no kicker.
Yeah, and we were talking about this,
Yeah.
right? NIL, go out, spend a couple $100,000, get somebody.
Get a kicker.
Yeah, I mean, you can't now.
Go to Europe, get
right?
a soccer
But,
player, something. I don't know.
Yeah, you knew before this season started that you had a gap there, right? I mean, it's
Right.
not like they came out and was like, oh, all of a sudden our kicker sucks. No.
they
I
knew.
mean, go out and get somebody. If you're going to be a top 10 team, if you're going to be in playoff contention,
It's just weird to see, okay, Penn State doesn't have a kicker, and that's a little bit more fluky. Sometimes you might think you have a kicker, but then they just go through some weird kind of slump. But then you got Michigan. They don't have a quarterback. So, I mean, they had all offseason to figure that out.
Touche.
I think that what is good about this loss, presumed loss, Kenton, is that you're going to lose by 7 or you're going to lose by 14. I don't know what Penn State's going to do here with the ability to run the clock out, though Illinois will call timeouts and force their hand.
yeah.
But, so it'll probably be 21-7. Okay.
Well,
And at that point, it's like, okay, that's a disappointing loss. It's humbling. But going into a bye week, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Because here's the thing. This is the kind of team that I think can go 8-4 by just winning the games that they should. I would love 8-4. 9-3, I'd be ecstatic. The goal is not the college football playoff. Like that'd be amazing, but I don't need that. This team looks to me like 8-4, 9-3, best case. And that would be a great step up for Bret Bielema's program. I think that get into the bye week, have the teachable moments, come out with a little bit of a chip in your shoulder against Purdue, get to 5-1, and then he set up the 100th anniversary game against Michigan. And that is that still is an amazing place to be.
yeah.
I don't think this is a game that's going to turn Illini fans off of this.
No.
I mean-
By the middle of next week, right, we're going to feel a lot differently. We're going to say, hey, we found out that, we're not a top 10 team. We're not quite good enough to beat a top 10 team on the road.
Right.
Is that's not necessarily news. But yeah, we're not this isn't
It's not devastating.
it's not devastating. Yeah, it's not devastating. This is not a step back for this team. This was an opportunity to take it to the next level. There's a touchdown by Penn State. Okie dokie.
And as B. Mills says, we hung around, but time to tip your cap. They were better.
Yeah.
They could have won by more.
Yeah, and I've said it a couple of times, right? When you play a team that's just better than you, but not like, blow you out better than you, a lot of times this is the way you lose, right? There are opportunities that you don't capitalize on because the team is just too good to make a mistake and then also let you score off of those mistakes. So in the moment, it feels frustrating. It's just this humbling feeling to know that there are some football teams out there in the country that are just better than you. But, you didn't get your butt kicked,
no.
right? Oh,
he made it.
Wow, a little knuckleball. Let's get to Monday. Let's get to Tuesday.
As Anthony said, this is the second best team we'll play this year, or maybe they're playing better, Anthony, than Oregon right now. So we could argue they're the best team that we will play going forward because Oregon is yet to really light the world on fire.
It'll probably
with Penn State, though, the tricky thing was, and what gave me a little bit of hope going into it, was that they hadn't played anybody. So you think, okay, well, you're battle-tested more than they are. Maybe you catch them. They just haven't been challenged.
Yeah.
But there is something to be said. You see these teams like Ohio State. They play bums in the non-conference, and then they're fine when they start playing better teams. Penn State has that kind of talent level, and maybe James Franklin will finally figure it out because he's got the offensive coordinator to do it.
Yeah, I think we just that's a lot of weight, isn't it? Yeah, that's like there's a baseball team, a couple of them that have they wear a hat, when they hit a homer or something like that. Is that what this guy has? Is that
the turnover necklace or
that
was a touchdown necklace
chain or something like that? Yeah.
God, these.
The
only problem, it's fine. I don't know them. I don't root for a program that had a serial raper in it for 30 years, but that's a whole other story.
Yikes.
Sorry.
Hey, you're just spitting facts.
But James Franklin is still kind of a doofus, and they will be doomed to eternal 10-2 records. And
all right, so let's do a reset here, Mike. What do we got? We got a minute 30 to go in this game, down 10.
Ethan asks, how are we supposed to leave this game feeling good? I don't think you're leaving feeling good. But I don't think you're leaving feeling like you can't go 8-4 or maybe 9-3. And that's all I really care about. Look,
you can't feel good about a loss.
Ethan did predict 10-3, so
quite possible. Quite possible.
Is that I thought it was outlandish. It's not maybe given the
wow.
Yeah, just let's call it a game.
Well, 10-3 is we win the games we're supposed to, right?
Well,
we'll be dogs.
Win a bowl game.
We'll be dogs.
No, it would require
against Oregon and Michigan. That's it.
It would require. Yeah, you're right. But I think that Rutgers is the other game that's particularly tricky. Not that I think they're great, but they are good at home.
Yeah.
Just.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, a little toss to positive yards. Just hold on to it. Ethan has emojis here. Rutgers is fine.
So let's see.
Rutgers got outgained by 200 yards last night. Yeah. I don't think they're great. I think they're like Minnesota. Like a good Minnesota PJ Fleck team. Washington was terrible last night. Washington gained 500 some yards and they only scored 19 points. So I don't think Rutgers is great, but I do think that's still going to be a tough game. But no, Ken, to your point, the two games, you will be an underdog at Oregon, and I still think you'll be an underdog at home against Michigan.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Purdue is not.
But
Purdue's not going to change Vegas's mind before the Michigan game.
And look, let's not be lazy during these next 14 days. Let's be productive in this bye week. But you get a good win against Purdue. I feel great about that Michigan game. I know there's.
I agree.
A lot of time between now and then, and Michigan's got, another week to show us something because Michigan's still kind of hard to put your finger on that team if you ask me.
Yeah.
But I think I like our chances in that game.
Get the block. He's throwing it. And
What could have
Bielema
been.
wanted something there, but let's just kick it and let Penn State take a knee. Let's go home healthy.
It's a bold strategy.
Another
Let's
thing
see
too,
if it pays off.
Another thing too, and this is me maybe trying to polish a turd. Why don't? Well, no, you go for it. You go for it because even if you don't get it, Penn State's going to take a knee.
Yeah.
Go for it. That's fine. If they go for it,
We'll see.
then that'd be a problem. Like I would be a little salty with that. Okay, Luke has time.
That is an
right.
easy
Not
peasy.
dead yet, baby.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hey, let's make this 21-14 and just feel a little better about it.
Well, then we got the onside kick. We got the.
So Don just asked a question: would we feel worse over 27-7 or 28-7? Like it should probably be. But then again,
It could also be 14-14.
we left the touchdown on the board
Yeah.
before the. No, I'd feel about the same. The eye test says we're all right, we're pretty good, and they're really good. But the good thing is going into a bye week, I do think that some of these issues for Illinois are correctable against teams not named Penn State. There you go.
Stepping. Where was this stepping
Oh,
up?
no, block in the back. Please don't be a block in the back. No block in the back.
Where was this stepping up in the pocket earlier in the game? Altmaier's all of a sudden.
It was close, but it was on his shoulder more than his back. Not dead yet, baby. This would literally be the greatest comeback of all time. First, you got to get a touchdown. You're still 40 yards away. And that was on the shoulder. It was shoulder block.
Clean. It was clean.
As B. Mills says, feels better than last year when Luke threw 18 interceptions. Yeah, I mean, and I still think that was a bad interception he threw. But what changed Luke and how he was playing today was the fact that they started getting pressure. And I do wonder, I think the offensive line, they've actually been graded on Pro Football Focus as one of the better passing blocking offensive lines in the Big Ten this year. Not tonight, though. And they hadn't played a defensive line like this. But no, I don't feel any worse about us after this.
No, I don't feel any worse about our season. I think going into this game, right, you weren't going to do anything but feel better, right? A loss.
Yeah. Well, depending on the loss. And Don made a good point that we're right on that precipice of this being like a blowout loss, but
I don't know. I don't think so.
And I will be interested to see the total yardage when all's said and done. I'm imagining it's like 400 to 250.
Probably.
And that's where you start getting into not great territory.
I mean, I don't know. Losing by 3 scores instead of 2 on the road, you know you're playing a team that's probably better than you.
Let's get a garbage touchdown.
Yeah, I'm all for it. You know,
They're sending a lot. Luke. Call timeout. Call your last timeout. I think they did.
Wow,
The clock stopped.
you're awfully excited considering you won the game 10 minutes ago.
From Ethan, thoughts
Now.
on the narrative that they had to get a different person to call defensive plays because Tom Allen's voice is too hard to understand. Tom Allen is a
Interesting.
goofball, but he is a good defensive
Interesting.
mind, and he definitely mixes things up, which might buy Penn State in some games, but he's got talent where he can probably just call some random stuff.
What is this whole? Shouldn't it be illegal to not have your jersey tucked in like that? It's like every single
Don't be
Penn
showing
State
off your
player
six-pack like
is
that. Get
is
the
rocking
hell out
the late '90s Britney Spears belly
That
button.
was a very but that was a '90s look for football, man. Illinois, like Simeon Rice, he'd always have his jersey tucked up.
Yeah,
into
but
his
see, they
pads.
looked cool when they did it. These guys just. Well, obviously, I'm
I
better.
don't know, man. If I had a body like that, I'd be wearing a crop top,
I don't know.
prancing around the field,
You-
stomach
you'd-
out.
You'd figure out a way for them to make a helmet where there's a little slit in the top, so that you could let your
Yes, that's
fins
right.
stick out.
Just a little hair
right?
sticking out the middle of the helmet.
Yeah. Instead of a stripe, it's the fin.
I've always thought I could never be an athlete. One, because I'm not athletic, but two, because it'd mess up my hair. You threw it. Oh,
Mike says he's not athletic, but you run like what? Like
yeah,
8
but
miles a
I'm
day?
not fast.
Whatever.
From 97 Warrior, our O-line is done. Sheesh. Well, yeah, they're probably toast right now. Yeah, you go up against.
So,
I mean, did we really need to drag him to the ground like that? Ugh.
So you got a bye week now. What are you working on?
I think you. I don't know if you're reinventing the wheel. Like you got to 4-1 for a reason. So to me, the thing you're working on, I thought the run game, despite sputtering towards the end, I thought it showed some promise against a much better defense. I think you just kind of work on the offensive line as hold.
Yeah, what are you guys trying to extend this game? Come on now. Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. It's maybe a little bit of a dilemma going into a bye week after a game like this. You don't want to look at this loss and say, "Oh man, we really got to make some changes." Right? Look, you went out and you played a team that's better than you, and you kind of got to trust your system.
I don't think there's drastic changes that need to be made after something like this.
You got to learn from your letdowns.
Well, yeah, you do. So I think the two things are clean things up. Too many penalties tonight, no opportune moments, and.
Yeah.
What I don't want to belabor this. I don't know if it's a different game if you kick the field goal at the end of the first half. Play it really conservative. James Franklin, what a good man. Oh, Jesus. I can't do this.
He loves his players.
I can't do this performative bull crap from James Franklin right now. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? I'm going to slap you on the helmet there. Now, negative 15 yards rushing. Here's the thing, though. That's factoring in sacks, which there were like 4 or 5 this half.
Yeah. But, look, credit where credit was due. I mean, we are a good team. They needed to have a good defensive performance, especially after it's just such night and day, that first drive versus the rest of this game. It really makes you wonder. I mean, good teams are capable of making adjustments like that.
Sure.
But you got to wonder, if we were able to just march down like that, why didn't we have that at all the rest of this game?
Barry Lunny has been great at opening drives. And, let's see.
But then
here.
once he's off script.
No, but I think that it's also a mix of.
That's a hold.
Boy. Oh, boy.
They didn't call it. Oh.
Well, hey, Fagan with a nice tackle. And that'll be the game.
Yeah. I don't like this number. He's too performative, this number 11. Man,
Fumble by Luke, recovered by Penn State. They'll take a knee, and that will be that. So 21-7, 4-1. Yeah. Disappointing night in the big stage. But I love Fagan with that hit there.
That's what you get. The guy picks it up and he tries. Well, he had open space.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Boom.
Good boom. Listen,
What do you say?
I think ultimately, okay, we were not going to go undefeated. You get some adversity. You get it early. You get on the road against a really good team. You get a bye week. If we had a game next week, I'd wonder how much are you necessarily going to learn from this. You just kind of meet back Monday. You wash yourselves from the stink of this loss. But at the end of the day, it's one thing if you felt like you blew this. It would have taken a damn near perfect effort, I'm feeling like, to have won this game, even with Penn State's foibles.
Well, going into it, you got to figure that, right? But Penn State was not perfect tonight. We had our opportunities. I think we're capable of a better performance than that.
Yeah.
Are we capable of a performance that would have won us this game? I don't know. I'm really proud. I don't want to listen.
Mark says we're letting the offense off the hook. They weren't good, and they were not good, and Luke was not good. But I think also there was a bit of an identity crisis late where they weren't finding Bryant, and they weren't finding Zachary Franklin to the extent that I think they probably needed to in this game. That might be a credit to Penn State, but yeah, no, the offense is bad, and Penn State's defense has gotten better each and every week. They did have a rough game against Bowling Green 3 weeks ago, but yeah, I don't feel any different about this team after that. I mean, I think they're still capable of getting 8-4, 9-3 if they get a big win, either Michigan, Oregon, or at Rutgers. I also think they're capable of laying a stinker against a not great team. So, like, take Michigan State, for example. I know Michigan State isn't great, but they have a quarterback that if he doesn't throw interceptions is talented. They have a good defense.
Yeah.
I think that's why you need to win Michigan or at Rutgers, because I think you're going to lose a game you shouldn't. This is a game that it's okay on paper to lose. And Ethan, I understand. We got played today. We looked a little bit like chumps for parts of this game. But I don't know. I mean, we had the ball down 7, and then we throw the pick. I mean, you had a chance to tie it in the fourth quarter.
Right.
At Penn State on one of their wide-out or wide-out adjacent games, whatever, like, you could do worse.
When you go back and you look at the details of this game, which, look, the team's going to have to do that. As fans, we have the luxury of not putting ourselves through that torture if we don't want to, right? Just look at the final score, right? I would have predicted, 31-17, something like that. I did think the spread was a little bit too much in their favor. I thought we should maybe have been a 2-touchdown dog, and look, we lost by 2 touchdowns, right? So at the end of the day, there's not anything terribly letdownish about this game if you look at it holistically, right? Now, again, you go back and you look at some of the stats, you look at the box. Yeah, I mean, no offense, no yards. The only yards that we had were in penalties. I mean, that kind of stuff really sucks.
It was the second half offense that was troubling.
Yeah, but, you got to remember, we went into this not expecting a win. We shouldn't have expected a win. I really hate.
I didn't.
I really hate the humbling talk like this, but we didn't take any steps back tonight. At least I don't think we did.
Well, you're 4-1. You got a bye week. I think that you got to come out and you got to smoke Purdue. If you smoke Purdue, I'm not worried about this because they're really bad. If that game is tenuous, and God forbid you were to lose that, it'd be a problem. But 2 weeks, you got a very winnable game on October 12th. That would set you up for 5-1 against Michigan, where you have all the mojo behind you with 100th anniversary, the Red Grange uniforms, presumably like a 2:30 kick on NBC or something like that. I mean, yeah, you got a lot positive in front of you. I don't think this is the kind of game that would derail any of that. But it is humbling. It's like, oh, shoot, we are not going to go 12-0. Well, we kind of knew that. But it was the way that Penn State, for extended stretches, looked like they could do whatever they wanted to. And it reminded you that, oh, they are here and we are there. But I think as Illini fans, we're pretty realistic about that.
Yeah, humbling is a good word there. You go in hoping that you might have, an extra gear, and you realize that it's just not there quite yet. But you take the step back. You think about how we'll feel on Monday, Tuesday. And, look, go back and look. Over these last 2 weeks, you're still feeling good about Illinois football?
Well, to compare and contrast to last year, this same week last year, you went into Purdue, you were down 7 at halftime, and you lost by like 28.
Yeah.
And then you were 2-3, about to be 2-4 after losing to Nebraska the next week. I mean, it's just night and day from where you were. So 4-1, all things considered, for a team that I thought was going to be much more of a work in progress. Overall, you're doing pretty darn good here. And that's the benefit of getting the Nebraska win and getting the Kansas win. We'd be singing a very different tune if we didn't, but we did. And that makes the rest of the season a lot more exciting, I think.
And I'll put this out here just to stay bullish about this team. And I'm superstitious, and I hope this doesn't bite us in the butt, but it's going to feel good in 2 weeks to kick Purdue's butt.
You need to kick their ass. And I think that's the one
Purdue
team.
is a thorn in our side.
It's the one team Bielema has not beaten in the Big Ten.
I think we got him, though.
Big Ten West.
I think we got him, and because that is a game, that's a game where you've got nothing but bad things.
No, you need to school Ryan Walters.
Yeah, I mean,
your former protege who's not a legit head coach.
Okay, who was it? Was it this Noah Eagle or this Todd?
I think people thought Todd Blackledge was pro Penn State. I don't get caught up in the announcer things. They're just yammering. What are you going to do?
When my team loses,
Don't waste energy on that.
You know me. You know my lack of respect for NFL, certain NFL, kind of all of them.
Chris Collinsworth. What's your nickname for him? Can you say on the?
That's your call if you want me to say it, Mike. You give me the okay, and I'll put it right out there.
I dropped an F-bomb last week, but I'm being.
I'll get grumpy about this kind of stuff when my team loses, right? I mean, I like to be humble. I like to have class in win and loss, in victory and defeat, I should say. But yeah, it goes back what we had heard earlier in the first half when we had this on full blast. It was that punt return where that guy was knocked out, the returner on our team, he was knocked out of bounds and came right back in. And the announcer was like, oh, yeah, they're going to call this back, blah, blah, blah. And, he was proven wrong. Very rarely do you see a difference of opinion in those situations. And they have these guys that, they refer to, and they were saying, it's going to be called okay and all this. And the guy's like, no, that just shows clear favoritism that I'm not for.
We are not the story yet. Winning tonight would have made us the story for sure. But Penn State is Penn State. It's just one of those things. The same way that when Dallas plays NFL games, everyone fawns over the Cowboys, even though it frustrates the hell out of the rest of us. But that's what it is. But listen, Illinois loses 21-7. Is what it is. Not a great night. Could have been a worse night.
The Garage
is no longer undefeated. We can wash ourselves from any sort of hex, positive or negative, and get healthy. You are that's the good news. You are healthy after this game, apparently. Be healthy going into Purdue and Michigan. Get at least one home win. If you get two, you are on track for a great season. If you get one, you're still on track for a very good season. And the good news is Purdue really stinks. So let's go kick their ass. That is the mission in the next 2 weeks. What we're going to do this week on the 200 level, we will be live from Hamilton Walkers on Thursday. There will be a live stream going for those that cannot make it. So you can tune in as Lon and I talk about the book on the day that it is released, October 3rd. So this is book release week. I don't know if I'll do a midweek pod after the Penn State game because what's there to really say about the Penn State game? It is what it is. So the week of the Purdue game, we'll get back to it. But on Thursday, we will be live, 7 o'clock at Hamilton Walkers. So I hope you guys can make it.
So folks will come out there at Hamilton Walkers, get a nice old-fashioned. Are you gonna have some books for sale there?
I hope to get a few more in by then. I have
if
three
not,
left.
And if not, they can walk right across the street and buy one as well.
Jane Addams Bookshop right across the street will have copies on site. So there we go. If I don't have them, it actually works out okay.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to YouTube. Appreciate it. And when we get back, this would be Oregon would be the next one. I don't know how well that's going to go either. But we'll take our shot.
We'll have fun.
And we might be 6-1 at that point. You never know. But I still think this is a pretty good team. Tonight, though, not a good night against a very good team. And the score reflects that. All right, Illini fans. Thank you for tuning in. Kenton, appreciate it.
Always a pleasure, Mike.
Yeah, well done, sir. All right, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you Thursday night, Hamilton Walkers, 7 o'clock. It is the 200 level.
Well, I don't know.
I put this out there, but the thing that disturbed me the most is we were just physically managing.
Yes, we were.
Both sides of the ball.
Humbling.
So much so that you'd see when a tackle was made.
See you, brother.
Hey, you had that, brother.
It hurt us.
See you. Hey.
When we had the ball or we were doing tackling, we were the ones that were taking the damage.
I mentioned it to him.
Yeah, he should be.
And Kevin?
You go to do a.
Kevin, what are you doing Thursday night?
You got his book release. Nothing.
Hamilton Walkers, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I'll have a table reserved for you guys.
Oh, awesome.
We're in the front room. They'll have food and drink service like normal. Just me and him. Yeah, he's got a whole thing lined up, like questions to ask me about, and then we'll just, it's me and him. We'll keep it loose.
Come out there and say what's up to Lon. It's been a while.
Yeah, man.
Fellow Rotarian, Lon Tay. Hey, good
All right,
ribs.
brother. Drive safe.
Thanks for feeding me. Is there some left? Take it home. Or keep it here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm whatever with that. I'm agnostic.
Yeah. It's just, it's humbling, it's sobering.